Good morning, guys. I thought it was time to do a little bonus Q&A today because even though we're supposed to do 4 vlogs a week, I still sort of miss uploading and seeing you guys' comments and like see what you think of what we say and what we think. So I thought we had some extra time, so we would just throw in a little bonus Q&A because I was laughing. I saw a couple comments like, "You're 2 vlogs in, you already forgot question of the day," and I didn't forget it. It was just like I thought we had so many beautiful things to show in Mexico that I didn't want to waste you guys' time with me just talking, so I thought it was better to show all the cool landscapes, all the cactuses and everything, and then we could just sort of answer questions when we are not at such beautiful places. So I had a bunch of questions. I figured I'd just sit down, talk to you guys, and answer a bunch of questions. So that is sort of today's mission before we continue with the rest and me hanging out with Yanni. Like the whole 4 vlog a week thing, it's really difficult for me because it's like, it's become like an addiction to upload and then read the comments, see like, how did we do this time? What was good? What was bad? And when you don't get that every day, it's strange. So then I felt like we should do a Q&A and say hello at least because I like it. I like YouTube. It's fun. But enough with that. I think we should get to a bunch of questions because I know there's one question that has been up there a ton, and that is, how is the Rolls-Royce doing? Unfortunately for this video, I shot a question of the day yesterday. So if you want to know how the Rolls is doing, just check out tomorrow's vlog and you'll see all about that. I promise you there will be a lot of updates coming up. So sorry for not having the time to talk about it, but check out tomorrow's vlog for that. And since we have the number 1 question out of the way, we can move on to... I just picked a bunch of random ones that I found when I was scrolling through the comments and reading everything this morning. I think this is a good one to start with. Let's check out the first question. Tomorrow is a boring day, so let's do a Q&A and we still make some money. It's like, when I read stuff like that, I'm just sort of laughing on the inside because if you guys knew the amount of sort of brand deals that I don't think is relevant for me or for you guys that I say no to, and like the fact that you think that we would make a Q&A to make more money, then I think you got the channel all wrong because to me, it's all about doing good stuff. And if we do good stuff, then financials will sort of, it'll just happen. So if I wanted to make money, you would have noticed. And this is like, we don't make this Q&A to make money. I think I just wanted to bring it up because we could make a ton of money on this channel, but it's just like, I want everything we do to be 100% relevant for you guys. And if there is a sponsorship deal, it is because I think it's a good thing and it's something I want to show you guys. But so far, there hasn't been a lot of them, so I said no to everything that wasn't relevant. And we could make 20 times what we'd make on a Q&A by saying yes to a brand deal and shoot that for 30 seconds. But I want everything to be relevant that's on this channel, so I'd rather make way less money and make sure that you guys like what we do. Because if I made a ton of money in one day and I read the comments and said that we were a sellout and that it sucked, it wouldn't be worth a penny of it. So at least you know that from now. Second question is from Niels. He says he loves the vlog, but now that it's only 4 vlogs a week, can you please make him like 20 minutes long? And when you're editing a vlog, making a long vlog, that's like super easy. I could cut a long vlog of 40 minutes in 35 minutes. But we are constantly trying to figure out how to make a good vlog, develop our editing skills, and I think a good vlog is a vlog that you watch for 15 minutes and it feels like 2 minutes went by. And that's how I want every vlog to be, that it just feels like, no, is it already done? Like when I sit there and I start looking at how long the vlog has passed, I think we have done a bad job. So we're constantly trying to make them as good as possible. And when we shoot it, we shoot it. And then if it ends up being 6 minutes or 20 minutes, it all depends on the day. So I think I don't look at minutes at all. I look at how it feels. So maybe they'll be longer, maybe they'll be shorter. It all depends on what we're doing. But yeah, like making them longer would be less work for us. So it's not like we're making them shorter to make it easier. But yeah, sometimes it'll be longer, but it all depends. We need really epic stuff then. And then Victor, he wants to know, what are your tips for young up and coming YouTubers? Like what kind of camera should you have? What kind of video should you start with? And how do you grow fast on YouTube? And as with everything, there's no shortcuts in life. I think that if you work hard with something and you just keep working, you will find success in most things in life. I mean, for me, working with video, I started shooting ski movies in 99. So I've been working with video for, 18 years. We've shot with 60mm cameras, red cameras, helicopters, and all this stuff. And, I've learned a lot throughout the way, and we've only shot video for, a year consistently. But I think we've done a lot of practice over almost 2 decades. So I think in order to get good, you just need to I think the difference is really, do you want to make a vlog to get famous and make money? Or do you want to make a vlog because you really enjoy the creating aspects and just making a video? I think that's a huge difference. I think the first thing you should do is ask yourself, why do I want to do this? Do I want to be famous, or do I like shooting video? And hopefully your answer will be shooting video, because I think if you like what you do, it'll show, and that will help the channel to grow. In terms of content, I think it's good to sit down and all right, what would I want my channel to be about? What am I passionate about, and what do I want to show, and what makes my channel different from everyone else? Because I think it's always important to stand out and figure out how to be different. And camera-wise, it doesn't matter what camera you have. It's all about learning how to use stuff. I saw a video the other day of someone saying hey, what kind of lens do you think this is shot with on my red camera? And everyone was commenting, and the video was shot on an iPhone. So if you get good enough, you can shoot with anything. And then, of course, that sounds kind of weird coming from us that has all the camera equipment in the world, but it's a hobby. I love it. It's super fun, and I don't think it necessarily makes videos better, but it's just fun. When you have something new, you want to try out features and you learn, and yeah, it's one of my hobbies. In terms of how to grow fast, I think it's all about creating good stuff and keep doing it. And I think also one of the key things that I've learned as a YouTuber is that when you do daily things, just morning to night, then it's not relevant for YouTube to sort of put it in the suggested videos next to other videos. But say if we're doing a video on, a loud Lamborghini, then YouTube can put that next to other videos of loud Lamborghinis, and you can spread that way. So I think finding interesting things that are sort of trending on YouTube is really the way to grow fast. And we are probably not the best at that. We should probably spend more time on trying to figure out, all right, what's interesting now? What are people doing? And someone who's been the best in the world at that is Casey Neistat. It's when Pokemon's hot, he's doing Pokemon. When it's a storm in New York, he does a video about that. And he's really good at picking up on trends and stuff like that. So picking up on trends, I think, is something that's, super important, but I've been pretty bad at, because I don't like to do things to get the channel to become bigger fast. I just want to shoot what we think is cool. And that might make the channel grow less fast, but we just like to shoot what we shoot. But we should probably get a little better at doing sort of trending videos, because who wouldn't want to see us chasing Pokemons, right? Or maybe not. I don't want to chase Pokemons, but I do want to snowboard in New York, so I think there's a happy medium on that one. Anthony wants to know, how long have you been surfing, and how are you so good at it? And does board sports become easier when you are a pro skier? I started surfing in '99, I would want to say, because the ski filming company that I was working with was based here in LA in Hermosa Beach. And Johnny, who ran the company, he loved surfing. So he took us surfing in between editing and checking out all the stuff that he was working on. So that's kind of when I got started. And then I just got hooked, and I was trying to surf as much as possible, but didn't really have the time when I was doing ski racing. So I didn't surf as much as I'd like to. But now I'm trying to surf as much as I can, because there's just something about surfing. When you're paddling and you feel the energy of the wave, and just as you feel oh, it's catching me, I got it. That's the coolest feeling in terms of anything in the world. And I think that's why I love it. So I'm gonna try to surf more. And I think spending your whole life on a mountain, on slopes, should probably help you to become, it should help you in surfing when you're on the wave. But if you spend your whole life in the mountains, that means you didn't spend it in the water. So in order to get to the wave, you need to still be able to duck dive and maneuver all the big waves. And I think that's for sure the hardest part. When you're on the wave, it's not that hard, but everything around is so challenging, I think. Because surfing is so difficult and every wave is different, I think that's why I love it. I think surfing is probably the thing in the world that I love the most. I do like big jumps though. When we were in Italy and you're going into a big jump, the feeling, it's sometimes I think I'm kind of a crazy person, because I have so many ideas going on in my head, and I think about every single detail in life. But as soon as I'm going into a big jump or I'm about to get crushed by a huge wave. It's all of these thoughts are just gone, eliminated. And instead, I'm just thinking about what I'm doing. It's hard to explain. It's just like this, it clears my head. And I think that's why I love being active and doing a lot of things, because it's just like, it's me taking a break from my brain. And I think that's necessary because my brain's just hyperspeed the whole time. It's me, Carlton. He has a comment that states, that's a relationship with a lot of trust. Yanni goes to Coachella and you go to Mexico. And I know I've seen a lot of comments that me and Yanni seem to have a good relationship. And I think I totally agree, because we have 100% trust in our relationship and there's like zero jealousy. I mean, I was talking to her yesterday and I'm like, oh, you met anyone famous like Coachella? And she's like, oh, not really. She's like, oh yeah, I did teach Jay Alvarez how to shake a hand, because he was like, didn't really have a firm handshake. So she's like, this is how you shake a hand. And I think probably a lot of boyfriends would have maybe been, really? You were at Coachella hanging with Jay Alvarez? And I'm like, oh, it's cool you met him. Because I think if you have trust in a relationship, you don't need to worry about stuff like that. And then you can do things without worrying about, you know, what the other person is doing. So I think we have a lot of trust. And I think that was what makes the relationship really good. And then a pretty interesting question. I've seen over the last 100 vlogs or so that we shot on the Sony, I've seen so many questions. You need to go back to the Leica. Leica look is so much better. And I loved it much more. And yesterday's vlog was 100% shot on the Leica, except for the super slow-mo stuff. And I saw 2 comments that was, you know, like, was that on the Leica? It looked different. So on a normal vlog, when we don't shoot on the Leica, we get a lot of comments saying we should. And when we do, most people don't see the difference. I think why people really like the Leica look was because we shot it during the summer mostly. And it was like beautiful light, sunny, and everything was great. And then a lot of the Sony stuff was shot in the winter when it's darker and not as beautiful out. So I think most of it actually has to do with the light outside and how you shoot it. And then, of course, the Leica has that special look, and I love it. But I'm still waiting for a couple updates on the cameras in order to get to where I would want the camera to be. And then moving on to another question is, all right, it's more a general common field question. Yeah, from me, because I think when I read comments, I want to pick up on what you guys like. It's like, I want to find, did you like the intro? Was it the music that you liked, what we showed, or how it was shot? And if we were to visit something, was that interesting? So when you guys comment, if I see like, oh, that's a great video, it makes me happy. Or if that was a shitty video, it's like, that doesn't make me happy. But whenever you let us know in the comments, like, hey, I like this, and it was cool that you talked about this, we want to see more of this, or like, that sucked, like, that's terrible. The more details you give us, the more fun it is for me to read comments. So that's cool if you guys keep it in mind. The more you talk about the video and details that you like or didn't like, the more I learn and the more fun it is to read comments. And the tough part with reading comments is that you'll have one comment saying like, that was terrible, like that was the worst grading, editing, and like you guys suck. And then the next comment will be like, that was the best video I've ever seen and I loved every part of it. So it's just hard to read comments because it's so up and down, and it'd be easier if you had a general feel to it. So I guess it's hard to please everyone, but it's, yeah, details, like just give us constructive feedback. That's what I think is fun when reading comments. And then we're gonna end on, I think, a very important question, because I've seen a ton of questions in regards to this. IH4CK wants to know, what do you think about Andreas starting to vlog and just using you for views and like to build his own channel? And I've seen so many comments on this, and I think it's important to bring up the fact that I have zero hard feelings to Andreas. I'm just super happy he started his own vlog, and I think what he's doing is incredible. Andreas came to work with me and we worked for a couple weeks, and Andreas is like epic at what he does and his editing is sick. But I think the way we work and with so many videos, he's such a perfectionist just like me that he doesn't want to finish a video until it's done. And when you shoot this much and you travel this much, you got to be a little tighter on deadlines and be like, all right, that's good enough, we need to move on. So we kind of mutually agreed that like, all right, this wasn't a perfect fit, even though he's super good at what he does. But I have zero hard feelings. Like, I got a lot of information and help from Andreas. He taught me a lot of things. He shot epic vlogs. And then if I in return can help him build a channel, that's great. Like, YouTube is not a competition. It's a place for epic videos. And if there's more, it's great. I think it's super cool to see people like Andreas putting out YouTube videos, because that means that there'll be more good stuff on YouTube. And when I watch Andreas stuff, I'm like, oh, that's so sick. I love it. So if you haven't checked out Andreas vlog, go check it up out here. Subscribe, go give him a like, watch the ads, like help him out, because zero hard feelings. I think he is awesome. I love him. And when I was watching, you know, the little skid they did with the golf car, him and Benny, it was like, I was like, Andreas, we need to hang out again. So people that I work with, I want to help them build what they do. And if they do a good job, they can come work with me for one day, get followers, and if they have a better option, they should go take it. Because life is about sort of making everyone around you win as much as you're winning yourself. So YouTube's not a competition. If you have good stuff, just promote it. Promote your friends, and don't try to like, oh no, now he's screaming more subscribers. That's just good for everyone. So let's end the Q&A on a positive note on not being jealous of people. Help people reach success, because that's just the better way of looking at life. So with that said, I'm gonna go and edit this and get it online so you guys can check that out, and we'll be back tomorrow with a little bit of a new vlog setup. So we will say bye from today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed just some random thoughts. I sure enjoyed talking to the camera. A little bonus day never hurts the vlog. I think I might, no, I'm not gonna say that I might do this once a week, but I kind of like it. We'll see. We'll keep it going, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys can survive the 4 vlog per week setup. It helps me create a life and wake up looking at Yanni and like, God, what a beautiful girl, and I'm so blessed to be here with her, instead of thinking, God, I wake up and I need to edit, like, how, oh, no. So it helps me to be a happier person and live a happier life, and hopefully you guys get enough videos. Anyway, so with that said, over and out, and I'm gonna stop talking, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.